Hi guys, it's me. I realize that I have not done one of these in quite a while, and I've been receiving signs that I need to keep up with these. It's been a while since my last one. I am still at the recovery house, still on my healing journey. I'm doing good. Kind of struggling at the moment, to be honest, but also having some breakthroughs. I had a session with my counselor last week and came to the realization that I am really moving past my shame and guilt for my past choices in life, and starting to move towards a place of empowerment. And I've been doing a lot of spiritual work, some tarot readings lately, and one of my tarot readings let me know that I'm recovering from my addiction. I'm starting to move from a place that will be past my addiction, and I really am recovering from that. I'm ready to put my addiction behind me and just focus on my healing journey and my future. And I will admit that my addiction has really started to feel like something from my past, and not something that I'm currently struggling with. I don't have any thoughts of using. I don't have any cravings. I have absolutely no wants or desires to be a part of that lifestyle anymore. With that, after having that spiritual awakening, that I'm really starting to move past that place. I've been dealing with quite a bit lately. I've been dealing with some losses, some deaths, and with that, my ex, I had a nightmare, and I usually never remember my dreams, but this one I woke up and remembered it, and it really triggered me. And there is a mirror that we have in the house that looks just like the one that me and my ex had in our condo in Surrey, and he had smashed the back of my head through the mirror, and a big shard piece of glass came out of that and fell, and it sliced the back of my neck open. And he did not want me to go to the hospital, of course, because they would, he didn't want anybody finding out what happened to me. So we kind of just stitched the back of my neck with those butterfly stitches, and so my nightmare made me remember that, and then it started triggering a lot of other repressed memories. and it all came flooding to me. And it's really hard for me to process this right now. One of my goals for the week, because that's what we do here in the program, is we write down our weekly goals. And one of my goals for the week for emotional was to move past my fear of from my PTSD from my abusive ex, and so I guess that's why I had that nightmare, because I still have a lot of fear and trauma that I need to move past. And I think once I do that, I really will be ready to leave my addiction behind me. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of work on myself, especially my shadow self, and I've been really building my confidence up and standing firm in my boundaries with people and everything, and I'm starting to become more confident in myself as a person and in my abilities, and starting to be a lot more confident in my recovery journey. But having that nightmare happen, and I had a very, very close person that was in the recovery house to me leave and start, her journey away from here, which is absolutely amazing and wonderful, and I'm so happy and proud for her. But I really am struggling with her absence, because she was an incredible source of strength for me, and a safe place for me. And with her being gone, it's been hard. It hasn't been easy. But I also had one of the counselors pull me aside today, and she told me she can really see my resilience and my strength and my growth with everything that is happening and everything that I'm dealing with. She really sees my strength and how I'm handling it all, and I'm really coming from a place of mindfulness and awareness, and I'm able to reach out and talk about it with other people. When people are struggling, it's really hard for some people to come out and say that they are struggling. And she said, you didn't isolate, you didn't keep it bottled up inside, you came out and talked and said that you were struggling and having a hard time, and she goes, that takes a lot of courage and strength. And so yeah, I'm dealing with a lot right now. But I took some time today. It was kind of a difficult day, but I went for a walk outside and cleared some energy as much as I could, and then after dinner I had a very cleansing and ceremonial shower, and I sprayed myself with rose water. I also sprayed my room and just cleansed my aura and my energies. Even so, I'm struggling right now. I am grateful to be struggling, because that just means I'm growing. It just means I'm really working on myself, and it's hard being here sometimes, and we have some new faces in the house, so balancing all the new energy that is in the house is very overwhelming for me, because I'm extremely sensitive to people's energy. I found but I'm working with that, and finding my place, I guess. But yeah, I absolutely love this place, and I love the program, and I am really starting to recognize and see my strengths and abilities and what I bring to the table. I've had a lot of emotional maturity, quite a few spiritual awakenings, a lot of soul growth, a lot of mindfulness and awareness of who I am, what I stand for, what I value, what my morals are, what I want for my future, and a huge part of why I'm doing all of this is, not just for myself. Of course it is for me, and for me first and foremost, to be the best human that I can be for myself, but it is also for my daughter. I have not seen my daughter or been a part of her life in a few years now. And where that used to kill me, and was part of the reason why I stayed in my addiction for so long. I am no longer coming from a victim's mentality where it's like, poor me, poor me. I am now coming from a place where I take accountability for my choices and decisions, and I have to forgive myself for the choices that I did make in the past. they may not have been the right choices, but I made those choices in the moment where I only knew what I knew. And I'm not that person anymore. I do have a lot of respect for the woman that I used to be, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be me now. And I always have to remember to be gentle with myself, which can get hard because I am my own worst enemy and I'm my worst critic. I used to beat myself up all the time for my choices and everything, and I am learning how to not do that anymore, how to understand that that woman was in survival mode. And she only knew what she knew at the time. I also have a psychologist here as well that I see. So I see a counselor, I see a psychologist, and I do program every day, Monday to Friday, where we work on, stuff in the program like living skills, relapse prevention, smart recovery. We also have cultural day here. And I do see a lot of growth in myself. But with that, I am very aware of my patterns of behavior that, can get me in, a negative state where I get stuck. And I'm starting to be really, really mindful of that. And I have an amazing support system here. So when I start feeling like that, all I have to do is reach out and talk about it with someone. And, I have some amazing people around me who help to bring me out of that and back to center. I've been doing a lot of energy work. My intuition has just skyrocketed, and my ability to feel all the energy around me has really intensified. And sometimes it gets really overwhelming for me. So, when that happens, I just take time to myself and isolate and do what I need to do to recharge myself. Do some self-care, have a bath, do my tarot readings. Doing these video journals really does help me as well, and I know I haven't been doing enough of them, and I know some of you have reached out to me worried, asking me how I'm doing, because I haven't done one of these in so long. And I want to say thank you to everyone who checks up on me and asks how I'm doing. Struggling right now with everything that I'm dealing with, but I am in a safe place, and continuing to work on myself and my growth and my recovery. And I am learning how to deal with my traumas in a much better way than I used to, because whenever my traumas would come up in the past before, I wouldn't deal with it. I would just go get high, and until I was numb and I couldn't feel anything anymore. I will be staying here at the recovery house. I don't know for how long. I don't want to leave here unless I move into my own safe place, my own apartment. I am not relying on anyone to put me up anymore, and I know that I have friends and family that I can stay with, but I am so tired of that lifestyle of relying on other people. So it's really, really important to me to be independent, to be financially and, residentially independent. And I am not ready to leave the recovery house yet. But that being said, I am having the feeling of, also being stagnant. And I do sometimes get the feeling of, I want to leave here. I want to leave here. The regulations with COVID and all that stuff and being so isolated is hard on me. It would be a lot easier to stay here, if there wasn't the COVID regulations. In the past, if you stayed at the recovery house, you could have weekend passes where you could leave for the weekend and come back. But that can't happen anymore. Also, we used to be able to have visitors, which, we can, but it has to be outside. It can't be in the recovery home. It has to be either in the gym or outside, and we have to be masked at all times and stuff. So I haven't had any visitors here. And we go to town once a week, but it's that's regulated too. There's only certain places that we can go, and we have to be masked, and we have to limit our contact, and stay away from people and everything like that. And it's very, very isolating. And when I had my month break at Christmas time, that was really, really hard as well, because I felt so different and disconnected and not really, it was kind of like you're on the outside of the glass looking in. And that's really hard. It's really, really hard. And I know that, when I do finally leave here, I'm going to struggle with that again. It's going to be hard for me to be in the outside world. but that's just something that I'm, mindful and aware of. I am almost at 8 months. The 22nd of this month will be my 8 months clean. I'm really grateful and blessed to be on this journey, and I felt the need to do a video because I know I haven't done one in a while, and a few of you have been reaching out to me asking me how I am and how I'm doing. I'm doing as well as can be, and I'm constantly growing, working, evolving, working on myself, and I don't know how long I'll be here for, but it will be until I can move into my own place, and hopefully find a job soon, or go back to school. One of my goals is to open a recovery home for women and children on the reserve. I really want to give back, and I really want to work with women who have been in, scary situations in which their light got snuffed out, and I just, I really want to help bring that light back, to women who have had it taken away for whatever reason. And I love children. Children are my everything. They're my humans. Kids are my humans. So I really want to do something working with women and children, and I think that will be my way of giving back what was given to me. So anyways, I'm gonna leave this video here, guys. I will try and be better at keeping up with these, I promise. Thank you guys for everything, for following me on my journey, and for honestly caring about my recovery. It means the absolute world for me, and I couldn't thank you enough. I love you all. Bye.